Hey, YouTube family, this Shannon Sharpe situation gets even worse. So now we're learning and finding out there's been a $10 million settlement offer from Shannon Sharpe's side. Now, this is probably going to hurt everything that Shannon tried to basically get over with or sweep under the rug. I don't know how you want to call this or act out on it, but before I show you the receipts and we get into all this, I need you to hit that like button and hit the notification bell. Thank you for rocking out with DJ Bless One, the best one. Let's go.
I've been broke so many times. Mama say it's my fault. It's my fault. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Niggas bless up on my.
So Shannon Sharpe has a new litigation situation on his hand. The burden of proof. Is he innocent? Is he not? Because we've seen his response already. We've seen what he had to say about the entire situation, which was this right here before I give you the 10 million receipt. Let's listen to Shannon's response that made us feel he was innocent.
This is to my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues. I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Buzbee, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly.
Now, Shannon Sharpe keep utilizing the word setup, and let me lower my mic so we can, get to all these receipts here. Now, when Shannon Sharpe keeps saying, the purported video and statements out there are a legitimate setup, I was with Shannon Sharpe. We've seen this case a lot. We've seen everything like that. But I've never seen someone go out their way to emphatically deny these things. But at the same time, they swept under the rug what really was going on, which was the $10 million offer. $10 million offer, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go into this here. So it says Davis told the reporters during the virtual press conference that Sharpe had been willing to pay the woman at least 30 years younger than the ex-NFL star, at least $10 million to settle the lawsuit. But she instead opted to take advantage of a very lucrative contract for Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast that was recently reported on. Now, if you guys don't know what they're talking about, that's the $100 million contract offer from, let me give you the name of the network, the Volume Podcast Network. That's who Shannon Sharpe is under contract with, that represents his Club Shay Shay and his nightcap. Now, it's about to expire. So on the table was a $100 million contract alleged offer, which wasn't signed yet or finalized in the negotiation process. So what's happening now is with this said so lawsuit coming out, it can potentially damage everything. I don't know how much cachet that is that Shannon Sharpe has to get over this, because after you have this, your own attorney admit, or your counsel representation admitted, you tried to offer the woman $10 million. That doesn't help your case at all. It's damning and it hurts everything. Let's look at what Tony wrote out here. This is why people thought it was a lie when Tony wrote it. But when your own counsel agrees that you did try to offer Jan Doe $10 million, it doesn't. Let's read it. On one hand, Mr. Sharpe and his lawyer claim that the case filed by Jan Doe is meritless. Yet on the other hand, they now have disclosed that Mr. Sharpe offered Jan Doe $10 million in writing not to file her lawsuit. This is a true statement. Jan Doe was in fact offered $10 million to settle, but rejected that offer, choosing instead to proceed with litigations. Sharpe team is now trying to discredit and dox her. Sharpe and his team are now, as anticipated, also attacking me. We are not going to be deterred by these tactics. Now, I don't like this, said so attorney. He's been in the midst of the Jay-Z scandal. He's represented all the majority of a lot of these people who are accusing Diddy. He represented over 13 dozen women in the Deshaun Watson case. Even the Jay-Z situation, which Jay-Z is also suing this attorney. This attorney gets sued a lot for frivolous things against them. Out of everybody this attorney went up against, I can honestly admit this accuser has almost a case because the attorney never had a situation so clear where he could win, such as this Shannon Sharpe case, because with Jay-Z, Deshaun, and everybody else, they denied it. Now, Deshaun admitted to the settlement, which already was bad, and we seen he lost because he settled. Can you imagine Shannon Sharpe settling for $10 million? If it's a jury or a magistrate that gets the judge on this, they're not going to look at him as guilty. Now, this accuser right here being 19 years old or 20 years old is also going to hurt Shannon Sharpe. We've heard the audio tapes that doesn't help him at all because this is the recorded phone call.
I say you're just going to like get mad at and you're just going to hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you.
Now, the audio is longer. Go to my other video I did that's 22 minutes long that broke down the entire case with all receipts. But we're talking about this $10 million right now. I'm not about to bore you with 100 hours of the recorded, but that little segment and snippet you heard was enough to make this man guilty. And do I think Shannon Sharpe is guilty? I don't feel he is, but my feelings has nothing to do with this case because you guys like Shannon Sharpe on his podcast. You love him. He's Unc. But we all know the favorite uncles are the ones we have to watch because a lot of these uncles don't get called out by said so family because we don't want to embarrass the family. But at the end of the day, what is Unc really doing behind the scenes? His preference of women shouldn't be, brought out too, because people started talking about he dates a lot of non-black women. And I'm like, this really has nothing to do with it. If you want to be honest, there are all group of women who will accuse you of these things, just like the case of Deshaun Watson. But people want to focus on the race thing. I want to focus on the character thing here. Now, Shannon Sharpe have shown unstability on air, having sex tapes released, on IG and claiming he doesn't know how it got there when we can clearly see it was well orchestrated so the allegations of his sexuality could be dismissed or stop being talked about because of his stylist named D-Print, who apparently already accused other NFL players of being in sexual relationships with him. So that made Shannon Sharpe, in my opinion, uneasy. And just like Tasha K said, he had to go through the outs and above beyond to prove that he was a straight heterosexual male. But with this right here, they might try to blend it in and show a continuous behavior, how Shannon Sharpe did accosted this woman. This looks wild for Shannon Sharpe. And I feel personally not bad for him, but personally, like, it's a nail biter, bruh. It's 3rd and 10. You know what I mean? And it's 3 seconds left. There will be no 4th down to help you recover. What will you do? Run a post and making sure John Elway throw you a little alley? Or will you just succumb to a blocking position and understand the fate is not in your hand? Because the fate is not in your hand. It's in the hand of that attorney. Not even yours can probably help you with this because you offered $10 million. I would never do that if I'm innocent. So when you get online and you have this video and you emphatically denying all this, we still have to ask, whoa, what is this $10 million offer if it's a setup? It's a shakedown. You can't call it a shakedown you can't call the $50 million a shakedown after you offered 10 million. Hell, if I was the female, I'll go for more than 10 million too if I know you're Shannon Sharpe. Shay. Don't let the Shay part go over your head. But I'm sitting back like, I got love for my brother Shannon, but it doesn't look good, bro. That $10 million is not only going to not help your $100 million contract, you will be paying more than the $50 million because I can easily see the magistrate is going to make you pay for all her legal fees. It's going to definitely make you pay for the $50 million, but then more money and monetary damages as far as her face being released. police. They're blaming you and your team for doxing her because she was stated as Jan Doe. And the Me Too movement got involved because the Me Too movement was specifically not only this protesting thing, it was out and about to protect women's name. Not that I agree protecting people's name. I believe if you accuse someone of heinous acts like that, your name should be out there as well, because we have too much problems of women just going out and about saying he did this to me, and we never know who they are, even when it turns out they're lying. So I have no problems with that. But the issue with that is, does the court system have a problem with allegedly your team doxing her information out there? And now we know she's an OnlyFans model, worker, whatever you want to call it, lady of the night. It is what it is. But this Gabby character is about to have strings of income coming her way. I'm going to just be honest with you guys. She's more richer than she was yesterday. Automatically, she's going to have books. She's going to be talking about this for the next 15 to 20 years, as long as Shannon Sharpe is still relevant, that is. Because if he's not relevant in the next, actually, if he has a downfall, she will be even more relevant than ever. And that's unfortunate. Now, what would ESPN do? Will they keep Shannon Sharpe? Will they allow him to be one of these consultants on air and still give his opinion about said so athletes, especially athletes in his very same position that he has talked about? So can he be a representation of Disney? See, this is why my kids doesn't watch the Disney program. This is why I don't really watch ESPN unless Colorado is playing or some of my Florida teams are playing. I don't mess with that network, and I definitely don't rock with First Take. It's been damn near years since I watched First Take, even before Max left. But we got a lot going on, man. You guys let me know, is this $10 million offer damning to what Shannon Sharpe has going with his culpability of being innocent or culpability of being guilty? Y'all let me know in the comment sections. It's just nasty work all around. I'm DJ Bless One, the best one. Love your family, love your kids, and stay blessed.